He's Blake. I'm Ronnie. All the good names are taken. Podcast back for some Halloween content for you guys. We didn't forget about you, Blake. And I'm seeing everybody post about Halloween, and we're always making fun of them. So I figured, you know what? Let's join the party, but let's do it in a way that nobody else has done, Blake. So what I've done is while everybody else is doing why is Michael Myers' mask white, and what happens if Michael Myers killed Jamie Lee Curtis, or why didn't he pull it down in the meat grinder with her or whatever here, or making videos saying Halloween's the greatest movie ever. Here's what I went and did. I went and researched Donald Pleasance going around doing a media tour promoting Halloween in 1979. And I came across two comments that he made on a BBC radio station that I think are hilarious. Now, I know Darren and Frank are always talking about how he like to hit the bottle a little bit. I think both of these comments are a result of him being inebriated on the air and being asked about the killer or the antagonist in his movie Halloween. All right. So you've never heard these. I'm going to let you hear these, and we'll get your honest reaction, and you tell me what you think he was thinking, or you try to give me your interpretation of what he's saying, okay? This question that was just asked, I only have Donald Pleasance audio, Blake, but he was asked about Michael Myers, is he the boogeyman? And this was his response.
He's not the boogeyman. He's just a retard that killed his sister because he wanted to beat her guts and she wouldn't let him. He stayed in adult daycare for 15 years, then broke out to try and beat more guts. Stop building him up into something that he isn't.
All right, so you got the reaction there. What do you think Donald Pleasance was trying to say about Michael Myers?
Well, I mean, I think he said everything he intended to say, Ronnie, that when he escaped from the daycare, he was after one thing, and that's
This is wild. I mean, I guess he was at the part of his media tour where he was tired of asking questions about Michael Myers. So he turned the tables, and his next question is what got the interview ended. He asked the radio DJ this.
Kind of a weird question, but how big do you think Michael Myers' dick really is? Do you think of any of those male nurses ever tried to play with it?
So there's another one right there, Blake. I mean, obviously inebriated.
no. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe not. But how big do you think Michael Myers' dick was? I think this is a conversation you and I've had, Ronnie. But Donald Pleasance on record, saying he bet those male nurses tried to play with it, and that's why Michael was eager to get out.
From when he broke out. And then right before he left, he had this to say.
Great job with the review, Ronnie. As always, guts earned them.
Well, that was really nice of him, Donald Pleasance in 1979, to congratulate you on your blog review yesterday. That was really good, Ronnie. The fact that I've looked on YouTube for Donald Pleasance interviews and guest spots on talk shows. The fact that you found this new stuff is incredible. I mean, nobody else has Donald Pleasance talking about Michael Myers' dick and being retarded, and trying to get guts and pussy and all that shit.
For those of you that didn't hear it, it may just be tuning in now, even though it's previously recorded. Here's what Donald Pleasance said when asked, what is Michael Myers?
Michael Myers is not the boogeyman. He's just a retard that killed his sister because he wanted to beat her guts and she wouldn't let him. He stayed in adult daycare for 15 years, then broke out to try and beat more guts. Stop building him up into something that he isn't.
I mean, there you have it. That's from the guy's mouth. I mean, he helped John Carpenter with some of the dialogue. He had the best dialogue in the movie. I'm going to have to go with what Donald Pleasance says, and that just totally rearranges my thoughts on how this movie is, Blake.
Well, I mean, we've always said Friday the 13th is the better franchise, and finding this out about Michael Myers, which I kind of, you and I kind of knew this all along, that he was a horny pervert.
That's why he's breathing heavy.
That's why he's breathing. He sound like the fat boys.
I mean, that's the reason he's breathing heavy. I got to take this shirt off now. This is awful.
Take it off.
Hit us in the comments, guys. What are your thoughts on this groundbreaking radio audio that's completely true? BBC London. Ask Darren if you don't believe me. It's a real radio station. What are your thoughts? What Donald Pleasance's interpretation of the boogeyman or Michael Myers in the movie Halloween 1978 really was? Make sure you hit the like button and comment, subscribe, all that other stuff, Blake.
Donald Pleasance was in London, Ronnie.
Yeah.
And someone offered him a And he said, "Sure. How tall is he?"